Hi guys, my name is Boyti and you're watching Joburg Today.
About 2.5 years ago, this wonderful initiative of resurrecting JPO came along, and I was asked to conduct an orchestra of combined forces of JPO, assisted by musicians of KwaZulu-Natal Philharmonic from Durban, in a very memorable performance of Mahler Fifth Symphony, which we put together with two orchestras that never played together, like in 1.5 days. And we had two brilliant concerts that were actually the starting point of this orchestra getting back to life. But long before that, I knew the JPO as a very functional and very diverse orchestra. There are quite a few artists that I know have performed here before the years it stopped functioning. So I was curious and also honored that I was chosen to help bringing it back to life. And I guess our effort was good, it was sustainable. So when I was asked to come back now 2.5 years later to perform 2 different projects with JPO, I immediately said yes, also because that gave me more time to discover Johannesburg, because last time I just was running between hotel and rehearsals and back, and it was just 2.5 days, and I didn't see much. Well, that's the reason, and I was really pleased to see that the orchestra is functional and getting more ambitious and has a more regular footing, and great crowds attending the concert.
Now, one of the most interesting things that we were discussing just before this interview was you're not a fan of compartmentalizing classical music. Why is that?
Well, you're right. What we do is classical music, but just to put an accent, a stress on classical, creates too many misconceptions about what we do. And, I divide musics of all kind in 2 categories: great music and not so good music. And what we do is mostly great music. And now we're talking about styles, and styles are tastes, and tastes are traditions, and sometimes upbringing, sometimes lack of knowledge, or misconception about what it is, So many people think that music that we do, which is called rightfully classical music, is something you need to be prepared for, you need to know about. You need to know where the composer was born and where was he buried and when he was born. You need to dress the certain way, you need to behave the certain way. You can't express yourself, you can't even clap between the movements or at the moment you really like it. This is all very far in the past, and I always say that to people who are afraid of this misconceived kind of ideas, come and see for yourself. Much of the music many people, especially of younger generation, is listening to is based on what we're doing. And they will be surprised how much of their favorite artists, be it in hip-hop or hard rock or metal, whatever, fusion, bebop, pop, are drawing from what we do every day. This is where it comes from, because the quality of it and the quality of sheer emotion we're able to produce and project is overwhelming. And we as humans, regardless of race and background, are opened to one thing in our life, and that's the phenomenon of beauty. We all like beautiful things. We all like beautiful, we like to dress well, we like to eat well, and we like to listening to good things. We like reading good books. We like to engage with the people that make us feel good, feel beautiful, feel different, feel pretty. So music we do is allowing all these emotions coming in a very compact time of 1.5 to 2 hours. On the world, and conducting and making music on 5 continents, I have a chance and a blessing to engage with so many different musicians of so many different backgrounds and social and whatever else. And I like to spend my time with orchestras, a group of musicians, individuals that are curious in creating something special, and that sometimes needs trial and error. The most honest way you can go through is by making mistakes, despair, but never losing trust. And when I am on stage with JPO, I feel that everyone is really trying to his or her best to create something special there. And I'm allowed to try things out. I'm allowed to look for a certain sound, certain energy. I try to express what it is for me in the music we're playing and to draw everyone's attention to the direction I want to take. But at the same time, I'm the only person on stage that actually doesn't play. So my job is to bring the best in the people I'm with on stage so that they really want to give. And this orchestra has quite a lot to give, and you just need to combine all these energies and personalities. You know, these people are all well trained and they are strong personalities, you know, used to express their emotions, sensitive. They all have their opinion, and some of them are older than I am and probably have more experience in what I'm doing and maybe even know better about what that I'm doing. But it doesn't matter because we're all, you know, in the same kind of boat, and we want to bring it to a successful journey. And our goal is to reach the hearts and emotions and minds of the audience.